So I wanted to do a quick video about AI, and it's such a sensitive thing right now, especially for artists and you know authors. There's this issue going on with a certain author who got accused of using AI to write the majority of their work, and they said no, it wasn't um, me. It might have been one of my editors that did that, and I kind of believe that. But it doesn't matter what I believe. It matters what our thoughts are about AI. Number one, most authors, musicians, composers tend, specifically composers and authors, artists, not so much because there's really no grammar that you need. Music has grammar in it, especially if you want others to play it. This is why I say composers. Singer-songwriters probably don't need um, editors because they can just do it without, anyone else playing their music. They play their own music, but if they want others to play their music with them, then they all need to kind of agree together on their work. Whereas a composer, let's say, like John Cage or Beethoven or Bach, they had specific grammar that needed to be universal so that anyone could play their work. This is where you get editors. And also, if you're writing for instruments you don't know how to play, then you're going to need their information. So, AI is another avenue to get all that info without having to pay someone else to do it for you. So, this is where people need to think carefully on what is AI doing for them versus what you would get without AI. So a lot of people may use AI as only a guide, sort of like a professor or a teacher or someone else who's going to try to teach you, well, this passage makes sense or this passage makes no sense or things like that in editing. You made a punctuation mistake here, or you spelled these words incorrectly, or you went on a complete tangent. Did you mean to go on a complete tangent here? Your topics make no sense, so forth, etc. Now, to ask AI to fix it for them without making sure they're okay with that fix, that can be problematic. So if, let's say, I was to write a piece of music for a violin, cello, and bassoon, and clarinet, and I've never played any of those instruments. Well, I played the violin a bit, but not enough to know what a professional could do with a violin. So I may ask AI, can a violinist play these pieces? Now, I actually haven't ever asked AI this because I kind of know. I've worked with violinists in universities, but most people can't afford to go to a university. But these are all things that I think AI can be useful for. Now, with AI the way it is now, I think is pretty useful and great. I don't think we need to leap too far and build massive data centers that destroy landscapes, that destroy farms and homes. There are two current data centers that I've read about, one in northern Utah and one in eastern Washington, that is pretty much one in eastern Washington that's already destroying farmland and homes, life. So, and one that is going to be done in northern Utah that no one's giving them honest answers about what this data center is going to do to their community. And it was unfortunately done without the US or the whole Utah position on what they believe if that data center, it was actually considered a federal sort of emergency or military emergency. So maybe our government is going to use AI in military fashions, which requires more data centers. Now, have they proven that to us? Have they asked us about this? Is our government taking away our land without our permission? So should we be a little more concerned when our government is actually invading our homeland, our own neighborhoods, to build whatever they think is justifiable to build? Does that sound like a U.S. constitutional law that we should respect? I don't know. Maybe we should think about that very carefully. So, yes, we could all stop using AI, but guess what? AI has been in things for a very long time now. Very long time. We have been using AI before it became the AI it is now. It kind of leaped a bit, but not very by much. It's just been growing, and it's becoming a little more smart than it used to be. But it still isn't at that state where it's going to take us all over and consume us completely. Unless we build these data centers, then AI is going to consume us because we're allowing it to consume us. So these are things to think about. I particularly pay for my AI. I use it just to guide my thoughts because I think too quickly and I move from subject to subject so quickly. I am considering maybe stopping using AI if this continues, but I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I knew that there were possibilities of things getting more dangerous, but our phones already have AI. You can't remove AI out of our phones. Google uses AI, and you cannot remove that from your Google search. But there actually are ways you can do that. Sorry, you can do that. You can do a search without AI. But AI is already in our medical facilities. AI is already in everything. I'm not saying AI is already here, just get used to it. I'm saying let's think carefully about how we use AI and be honest about it and be aware of it. I am not in support of these massive data centers. And so I will fight data centers where I live as much as I possibly can. I think everyone else should. And I think we should all be very careful how we use AI and be aware of when we're using it and when we're not. Be honest about it, and hopefully we can wrap our heads around all of this, because it's not AI that's dangerous, it's the people who use AI and enhance AI that may be dangerous. And so it could become dangerous very quickly. But right now it's not. And I would rather we just slow down, enjoy what we have, and stop trying to increase its power. Because that's when things will get out of hand. And that's my feelings as of now. The more I learn, the more my feelings can change. So I just want everyone to be aware and just be honest and not hate other people for using AI unless you really, really think it's useful. But I think hate is the most useless type of emotion. Hate doesn't get you anywhere. It puts you in a corner because people don't like being around hateful people. I certainly don't. And when I become hateful, I don't even like being around myself. So I have to keep bouncing back to try to say, let's just keep learning about everything we can so we can be more informed and react better with each other instead of blindly hating everything. Those are my thoughts.